a lot of the OG Bitcoiners or people that have been in this space for a little while, anytime you hear the word earn or leverage or profit on your Bitcoin, people get nervous. They're saying like there's too much risk there. You're going to get burnt. You're going to fall into the FTX stuff or, other things that people have been trying to manipulate Bitcoin's price and get a profit off of it. And I just wanted to hear your thoughts, John, on could you break down the difference between lending in the Bitcoin space and fiat staking and the implications these have for investors?
Yeah. So this one I'm pretty passionate about. I don't know if this one is talked about as much in Bitcoin circles. And it's on the topic of like economics and money. But like you said, this concept of staking is a very crypto concept. So maybe people can relate to it from that. What I wanted to get across in making that distinction between, and the way I said it is that buying a treasury, we think of it as lending because it's a bond, it's fixed income. It's like, oh, I lent money to the treasury. They pay me a coupon and I get my money back at the end of the maturity date. And it's like, that's technically true. But I think in order to truly be lending to someone, there has to be a risk that you don't get paid back. Like that's what you're getting paid the coupon for. You're taking it. That's why you give them the money in the first place at all. But if we look at treasuries, there's not a real risk of you not getting your money back at the end of the period, with the exception of if the US actually hyperinflates and collapses, which I would put at low probability to happen, anytime soon. So if you're just talking about buying a short-dated 1-year treasury, you really have almost no risk of nominal loss. Like you are going to get your coupon, you're going to get your principal back on that investment. So if you're not really, and I wouldn't call that lending because there isn't really risk of nominal loss. So I think it's more accurate to call it fiat staking. And it's if I phrased it this way, it's more like the government came up with a program that said, hey, do you have $10 million? If so, put your $10 million here. And at the end of the year, we'll give you $500,000, call it roughly 5%, because that's what front end interest rates are now. But this program also says, if you have $1,000, sure, you can put it into this program, but you're only going to get $50 at the end of this period. And if you look at this, I think it's a big driver of unnatural wealth concentration, because there's nothing wrong with people who have more money earning more money, but that's only if they put that money at risk and take risk of loss. In this case with treasuries, they haven't taken risk of loss. They've literally just put it in a program. It's like the SBF when he described staking. He's like, you have this box and you just put the money in the box. Like that's kind of what treasuries is. You're not really lending to the government. You're just putting your money in their box for a certain amount of time and they give you more money at the end. So that's why I call it fiat staking. And I think it is a huge driver of, again, what I would call unnatural wealth concentration. And it's just like another lens to look at it. I'm not claiming like something different is happening, but when you look at it as fiat staking, it's kind of hard to be supportive of it because it's literally a program that's just telling you like, hey, if you have more money, we'll give you more money in interest. But again, you don't have any risk. You don't have to take any risk of loss, et cetera, et cetera. And anyway, when I phrase it that way, I'd be hard pressed to find people who are really supportive of that kind of a program.